I just got some notes from our local reporter who is inside the courtroom. So when that guilty verdict was read, I'm told that Carmelo Anthony was crying. He was shaking. His defense attorney kept his arm around his shoulders the entire time.
It showed very clearly that a black boy was allowed, not one black soul on a jury.
What do we want? Y'all wrong! I swear to God, I'm sick of this.
We just left the courtroom. The family walked out crying, screaming.
It almost felt like things happened in slow motion when that verdict came out.
A tragic situation all the way around. I'm glad there's accountability. I think the young man should go to prison for the rest of his life.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friend. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, we already knew that.
Charleston White spoke out after Carmelo Anthony, 19 years old, was found guilty of first-degree murder and a fatal stabbing of Austin McCall. I just want to say this. Anytime something happens, we expect Charleston White to troll. But this time, it look like he on our side. And if you haven't been keeping up with the case and want to know more, make sure you watch the full video because I break it down. Until then, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Music 101, the Street Reporter, and I'm back with another video. Let's get into it.
We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, we already knew that. God has spoken, and you cannot make me believe that as many gray hair white women on that jury that's dealing with white guilt about going to heaven is not gonna have no compassion about a kid that's been straight A from the time he's ever read a book in school, has no history of violence, has saved children's lives by risking his own life by jumping in to save somebody from drowning. This kid has no violence. Austin, on the other hand, is a violent with some allegations hanging on his. That's why, man, they coerce them kids. But one thing about kids can't lie to professionals under pressure. When you was told, when you gave a statement in the beginning, you can't come back and amend it later and say, well, I meant. No, what you said that night is law. Back up right up. All them white people talking about what they gonna do, they ain't gonna do shit. If you think they're gonna find him guilty and they just put manslaughter on as a charge and it wasn't on there in the beginning, you don't know law. Yeah. We already got the money set aside for appeals bond. Why? All white jury, the judge and the DA are buddies, along with the dad, best friends. That's been our trump card. We've been holding, we already knew that. But we wanted everything to play out how they had it. I can't wait till I walk. The family, we waiting on each other. Yeah. I've been riding with the family since day one. I'm sorry, since day 5. I went and got me a white woman. Yeah, I went and got me a white woman. I'm finna treat her like she black today. So I'm giving her everything she wants. You want some wings? You want some chicken wings? Say, now listen, I told y'all everything I told y'all about that mother. I told y'all last year the boys had dope in their system. I told y'all it wasn't a knife. It was a compass tool. It wasn't even long enough to get it. It wasn't even long enough to pierce his heart. Say, listen, I don't give a damn how it go. Automatic win on appeal. All white jury, everybody 50 plus older. You mean to tell me they can't find nobody that's a jury of his peers? A jury of his peers. I cannot believe Collin County dropped the ball like this here. I cannot believe as Collin County has been since they have existed.
That's the koozie going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a koozie going on.
That's freedom of the city.
I got him, Kayla. I got him. I got
Carmelo Anthony, class of 2025, Centennial High School, Frisco, Texas.
How many you want?
Yeah. We got Mighty lamb, baby.
In 2025, a tragic confrontation at a high school track meet in Frisco, Texas, ended with 17-year-old Austin Metcalf losing his life. According to investigators, witnesses' testimony, Karmelo Anthony, who attended a different school, was sitting under Memorial High School's team tent during a weather delay. Witnesses say Austin Metcalf and others repeatedly asked Anthony to leave their area because it was designated for their team. The situation quickly became heated, with both teenagers exchanging words. Multiple witnesses reported that Anthony warned Metcalf not to touch him. The confrontation then turned physical when Metcalf shoved Anthony.
He's like, make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. This kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab.
Police say Metcalf then went to move Anthony from under the tent. And at that point, Karmelo Anthony allegedly pulls out a knife and stabs Metcalf in the chest. Metcalf died in his twin brother's arms.
Anthony was arrested at the scene and later claimed he acted in self-defense.
One of the most anticipated witnesses was that student who knew both Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. He testified that tensions escalated after Anthony was asked to leave the Memorial team tent. He told jurors Anthony became angry, challenged Austin to move him, and appeared to be provoking a confrontation before Austin put his hands on him. He described Austin falling backwards, lifting his shirt, and yelling that he'd been stabbed. He also said he and Karmelo Anthony were not good friends. But on cross-examination, the jury was shown photos of the two together at parties, social gatherings, and at a track meet weeks before the stabbing. This was in an effort to show that they were much closer than the witness acknowledged. And then when asked why he didn't intervene, he said he really didn't know, and why he didn't tell his teammates that he knew Anthony, to calm everyone down.
Prosecutors argued that the stabbing was unjustified escalation of a verbal dispute, while the defense maintained Anthony feared for his life. The case drew national attention and became the subject of tense debate online. In June 2026, a jury found Karmelo Anthony guilty of murder and sentenced him to 35 years in prison.
Let me interrupt you. The verdict is in. It is 35 years is the sentence, not under passion. 35-year sentence for Karmelo Anthony, eligible for parole after serving half of that time. So,
wow.
There is the sentence.
What's your reaction?
There's the sentence. Wow. Again, I'm coming from a unique perspective. I was a prosecutor. I have prosecuted people that have killed people, that have harmed children, that have harmed babies. I have defended people that, have killed multiple people. I have a death penalty case that I'm a part of right now. And I will tell you, in my 17 years, I think these set of facts, a jury coming to the conclusion that 35 years in prison is an appropriate sentence, is quite incredible. It's quite incredible. I'm slightly blown away. I will tell you that it's important that we always remember here in Texas that you have a range of punishment. The range of punishment for a murder conviction is anywhere from 5 years to 99 years or life. And regardless of the sentence that you receive, in the state of Texas, you are required to serve half of your sentence or 30 years, whichever is less. Mm-hmm. So in this particular instance, he's sentenced to 35 years. Before he becomes eligible for parole, he will have to serve half of that sentence. What is that? 16 and a half years, 17 and a half years?
Roughly 17 and a half.
Before.
Yeah. And that may very well have been the age of Austin Metcalf when this happened in 2025.
I think that
17.
I think you're right about that, Sean.
Absolutely. I'm actually surprised differently. I again felt like it was going to be longer.
According to the online critics and the people that's there in person standing on the front line, this case is not about is Karmelo Anthony guilty or innocent. The narrative around this case is about black and white race. Yeah. See, the picture that's being painted, Karmelo Anthony was approached by two tall, strong white boys that's athletes. And Karmelo Anthony, this short, brave, small black kid that stood up for himself after he was bullied. See, the people were saying, if the roles was flipped and two strong, tall black athletes approached a small, brave, short white kid, and that white kid would have stabbed and killed one of those two strong black boys, they saying he would have got off for self-defense. But since Karmelo Anthony is black, the people feel like he was guilty the moment he defended himself. Charleston White also spoke about this prior, and this is what he had to say.
So let me just say, since I said that, I want to take the time to apologize to Karmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was always wrong about that kid. I was always wrong about that kid. Huh?
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was always wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting his father regularly, and I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school, so I'm taking a knife to school. Fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who big old white boys, big white boys. He was a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had him locked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The dad ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just come and get the light. He just come and get the light. So he'll low down dirty. His sons are bullies. They bullied on the kid. They no, because he's black. Get him up under the chin. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them. With a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just fuck with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race.
Now, as you heard Charleston White say the dad, the judge, and the DA is cool, they friends. Well, allegedly, this is true. A former judge also spoke out, and this is what she had to say.
Shout out to Secret Service Sam. He has released this photo, which is allegedly a photo of the father of the victim in the Karmelo Anthony case, the district attorney, and the judge. If true, this is a huge issue. Previously, I served as an associate judge, and later on, I had cases in front of other judges. When I would have those cases in front of those other judges, every last one of those judges, sua sponte, meaning without motion, recused themselves out of fairness. That's just what you do. Now, mind you, regarding those other judges, I had never been to their homes. It was nothing personal. We just knew each other socially. Some of us had run for judge together on the same ticket, but I didn't know their personal business. We had never even gone out to eat. This appears to be an intimate gathering of some sort. At a minimum, legally, you're supposed to disclose that to the other side and give the other side the option to file a motion for recusal, or the judge is supposed to sua sponte, meaning on their own motion, meaning even if no one asked, recuse themselves. So this is a huge issue. I anticipate this is likely going to be the cause of a set of motions if it was not previously disclosed to defense counsel. And I can't see defense counsel being okay with that relationship, even if it were previously disclosed, unless it was a situation where they felt like Judge Roach was the lesser of other evils, meaning the other judges that potentially this case could have been reassigned to were more trifling than Judge Roach. Head to my YouTube channel. I'm going to give you my own personal experience of being before him and why I believe that he's trifling, why I think he's one of the worst judges in Collin County. I'm going to break that down on my YouTube channel. Girl, Is That Legal on YouTube? See you guys over there.
See, the situation is, the state is saying him stabbing Austin wasn't justified because he was only pushed. And in Texas, a simple push does not automatically justify using deadly force, such as stabbing somebody.
All right. Everybody ready? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Good evening. I'm Greg Willis, Collin County District Attorney. Today, justice was served. A year ago, when this senseless murder unfolded, I said that it had struck a deep nerve in Collin County and far beyond. I asked our community to ignore all the noise and instead be level-headed and patient as the process worked. And today, the process delivered accountability. We are grateful to this jury, and we are grateful that the good citizens of Collin County had an opportunity to weigh in on this case. I'm proud of the exceptional work of Bill Werski and our team of prosecutors, DA investigators, and victim advocates, and all the good and outstanding men and women of the Collin County District Attorney's Office. We thank all the parents and their brave kids who did the right thing. Despite the trauma of witnessing the senseless murder at a school track meet, they cooperated fully and testified truthfully. Their courage was essential to securing justice in this case. I'm especially honored to be joined here today by Jeff and Megan Metcalf and their son Hunter. Their strength and grace through this has been Their strength and grace throughout this unimaginable journey has been inspiring. They won't be taking questions at this time, but their presence here speaks volumes about their commitment to seeking justice for Austin. I want to thank Judge Rhodes for presiding over this trial with fairness and efficiency. I want to thank Frisco PD for their investigation. I want to thank the Collin County Sheriff's Office led by Sheriff Skinner for providing the security for the courthouse. I want to thank all law enforcement throughout the county for making this a safe trial for everyone. This verdict sends a clear message. Violence like this won't be tolerated in our Collin County community, and we remain committed to protecting our schools and standing with victims and their families. Thank you.
While Austin Metcalf, friends, family, community feel like justice was served, Karmelo Anthony, friends, family, and community feel like he had an unfair trial. They feel like he wasn't judged by his peers. Check out this next clip. And if you're enjoying the content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on all post notifications. It's free. Do it for me.
It showed very clearly that a black boy was allowed, not one black soul on a jury. An all white jury convicted him in 2 to 3 hours. We know that they did not prove their case, but we know that the Next Generation Action Network put the first $10,000 towards an appellate attorney. And we will fight Collin County like hell. I respected this process. I allowed and called for peace in this process. But Black America should be very upset about what went on today. Now, before all of the internet lawyers and before all of the interpretation of the situation, I'm only an advocacy leader. I'm not an attorney. I can only help families be able to navigate these processes when they find themselves in this type of situation. I can only allow lawyers to be what they are, lawyers. I can't instruct them. I can't stop them from doing anything. I have to respect the process just like anybody else. But what we saw today was flawed, unjust, and I ask that the community continue to pray for the Anthony family. I do not speak for them, but I know that the Next Generation Action Network will be here as support. My heart hurts right now because an ignorance of the law was done here today. Clear. We posted the jury instructions. And right now, what we are seeing is a travesty.
Now we gonna see who stand up for Dallas. All you rappers, New Dallas, everybody who been polluting this gangster lifestyle, all the YNs, all the drill rappers, we want to see where y'all at. We want to see where y'all at right now, because this is an innocent boy who was trying to protect himself. Now we finna see who all riding for their coaching. Because y'all been putting this negative energy out through this music. We finna see who really what they talking about. Don't just try to take from the people. Now the people need the help. Now we finna see who really stand up, because this boy was an innocent boy who would have dealt with each and every one of us, or whatever y'all say, because this is what y'all rap about. We finna see who all stand up for their community.
Charleston White has struck again.
If I step, I'm the leader of this 8 shit.